All right. So here's a document in your directions, right? We're sort of our essential question is how can we create impressive fictional stories from small moments in our lives, and we can write these stories that on the small moments that occur in our lives. So if you're having trouble thinking, take a deep breath and just think about a person who matters to you. My mom, right? Maybe I want to write a story about my mom or my best friend, right? We can see that John Green might have written a story about his best friend and a fight that they had. Not the exact same thing, right? It's fiction, but it's a story. Think about a place that matters to you. Okay, so I want to think about camp. What are something that happens at camp? Oh, I want to think about the soccer field because I love soccer. Or I want to think about the art studio. There's some really cool things that happen to me in the art studio, right? So whatever it is, a place, right? Be as specific as possible. At camp, really in the bunks. Okay. Think of one that really matters to you because you feel you have realized or learned something from that experience. And the other thing about this, oh, sorry, so excuse me. Think of a first or last time you did something you felt was important. All right, so the first time I rode a bicycle, the last time I saw one of my best friends, the first time I snuck out, right? I mean, all those can be stories. Think of moments that really matter to you because you feel you have realized or learned something from that experience. Ooh, I remember like the first time I realized that that people noticed how I dressed. Now that sounds sort of silly, but it was sort of a sign of like maturity. My brothers made fun of me. It was kind of awkward. Um, you know, there's things like that. When I realized that one of the people who I thought was really my good friend really wasn't, and that friendship is kind of hard. That's sort of a sad story. Maybe I want to be something happy. The first time I realized, just how much, you know, my brother loves me, right? So there's a lot of ways to kind of go about this, but these are some ideas. Then you're just going to start your story, and because I don't want to bore you, but what I've done here is essentially what I would think, right? So I'm just going to copy and paste again, just so I don't bore you. But let's say I go here. Here's story number one, right? Now, from this, though, I'm not going to write this story, but here's my idea number one. A really good and sweet kid sneaks out and realizes that he likes being bad, right? Could be a story. Don't have to go with that story, um, but that is something that kind of seems like fun to write, right? And that's part of the things about the audience. Everybody said, not everybody, several students said that the Freak the Geek was kind of cliche. Friends kind of fight and then they realize that they're stuck, they're going to stay together and they're going to be good friends. Um, Write a story that feels fun for you to write. What speaks to you? The reason I ask for three ideas and three sort of starts to stories is because you want to brainstorm. You don't want to just fall in love with your first story, and you want to push yourself so you don't have any ideas, right? Stories come from us from everywhere. Again, we're not actually writing these stories right now. We're just trying to brainstorm some ideas.